Being a tradesperson is 40% knowledge and 60% what? Something I've had a little think about. I'm third year, heading into fourth year, halfway through the year and stuff this year, and it's something that I've had a big think about. I've had a great opportunity over the past week. It really reiterated the percentages and stuff that I'm thinking, and I'm pretty sure I've got this pretty close. So let's have a little chat about the percentage that I think is knowledge and the percentage I think is something else that, yeah, I'm sure everyone can relate to about being a tradesperson. Now, could it be motivation? Could that be the 60% that you need as a tradesperson? It's a pretty good point. Motivation is something that I think is very important to have as any employee, I guess. Something that motivates you is important. Something that gets you up in the morning and makes you want to go and do what you've got to do. I think motivation comes down to the fact of knowledge. That comes into motivation. Knowledge of what motivates you. That percentage is in that one. So 40% knowledge, motivation is in there. That's what I reckon. Could it be attitude? Maybe it's your attitude towards the work that you do, the attitude towards your peers, the other guys that you work with, the attitude towards your boss or the car that you drive or whatever. Maybe it's your attitude that might be that other 60% I'm talking about, but it isn't. There's something else I think is really tied in quite well with the knowledge that you need to have. Could it be your passion? What about your passion, guys? The passion for your job, the passion for what you do, what you create, the passion and drive that you have. Could that be a part of it? Passion is almost a motivator, isn't it? Passion also helps with attitude. Could passion be the other 60% that I'm talking about, that I think is important? I don't know. I think passion still comes under the knowledge thing, because you know what you're passionate about. You know what gets you up in the morning. You know what makes you feel good inside. What makes your heart go, yeah, this is pretty cool. Speaking of that, let's have a little chat about an exciting adventure I had this week. Basically, I was doing these frames, these window frames. So I took the measurements, the internal measurements of these windows that we created for this office space. Now, this is rosewood timber, so it's quite nice timber. It has to be done correctly and nicely. So I decided, all right, I'll build the frames, I'll put the first face of the arcs on to get it all right. And by geez and jingo, it looked Mickey Mouse. It looked mint, but the feeling I got when I lifted that window frame up into place and slid it into the slot that was in the wall, and the change that created, like you had a hole in a wall, a gyprock wall that wasn't pretty, and just that feeling of sliding that bit of timber in, it was unreal. Like it really was. It was so surreal. And it was funny because I was on my own. I didn't have anyone else that I could really sort of go, fuck yeah, I did that. That was me. I didn't have anyone around that I could really do that to. So I had to contain myself. I had to soak it up. I had a very big smile on my face. I have to admit that. And I went on and carried on my work and stuff like that. But the feeling I got from that on that day was something that really has concreted in my mind that this is the shit I want to do. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. Righto, so today's tip of the installment, okay, is measuring between 2 points on the inside, okay? On the outside, it's fairly easy. Start from one edge, work your way to the outer edge, and you know what the difference is. But sometimes you don't have access to getting your tape in from this end, all right? So hypothetically, we've got another board across here, we can't get access to it, so we've got to measure the inside of these 2 points, all right? Couple of ways you can do it, all right? You can estimate, guesstimate, curl your tape, and do it that way, which isn't really overly accurate, but does the job. So if you need to do rough estimates and stuff, that's okay, you can do it that way. Another way you can do it using your tape, knowing what the distance is from this point of your tape to that point of your tape. Normally your tapes have it written on there. I think this one is, Jesus, my eyesight cannot see that. No, I'll just give up. I can't see that. I can't see that on that tape, but there is written there what the size is. I think it's normally about 85 mil on average. Hey, here's a ruler. Let's just check that. So we're sitting at, oh, there you go. Yeah, about 80 mil. All right. So you can keep that into account when you're doing it. So put your tape, butt your tape up against there and there. Add your 80 mil onto the figure that you have at the end of your tape here. So we've got 475, 478, add your 80 mil on there, and there you go. There's your internal measurement. Another way you can do it, quickly take your pencil, mark 100 mil off that edge, all right? Or if you want to make it crazy, you make it 200, 300, you make it a meter if you have to, all right? Okay? Make it a number that you won't forget. So 100 mil off there, mark that point. From that 100 mil point, you're going to measure back to, all right? So you're going from the inside edge again, coming across to your 100 mil point, all right, and there you can see it says 460, but I know it's 560 by adding 100 mil. Got to remember your 100 mil or else you're going to 100 mil trick yourself, all right? That is a thing, trust me. If you haven't done it already, you're lying. The next thing, the best way, I reckon anyway, and something that I have absolutely swear by, if you haven't already got one of these, get yourself one. Spend some money and get yourself a digital measurer, a laser measurer. These things are the bomb. Make sure you get a good one, get an accurate one. Definitely, it's a good idea if you've got a few guys that actually have them. Measure some stuff off, make sure they're all sort of within, that kind of thing. A mil or two isn't too bad, that's okay. Like, as long as they're not 5 or 6 mil and it's inconsistent and that sort of stuff. This is a Bosch one, I love it to bits. I can't remember the model number yet. GLM40, this is the little Bosch measurer, and all you do, push it up against one end, swing your laser on, and you've got a little laser beam happening. I'll show it on this side so you can sort of see what I'm doing. So you've got a little laser beam right there, a little dot. Press your button, and there's your measurement, 559. It's pretty close, I think I moved it. But anyway, you get the idea. The laser measurer is my tool for the installment, guys. So if you haven't got one, get one. These are a game changer. They make everything so much easier, especially if you're having trouble reading a tape, which I have been at times these days. So it's great because it obviously prints up a number for you, and away you go. That's the number you're rocking with. You're not trying to work in and out. Go back to your saw, measure your cut, hook it in, and they're pretty spot on. So guys, if you haven't already guessed it, that 60% is tools, all right? Tools are such a key part for any tradesman and for anyone who's trying to make money from their hands and doing their job. You need the right tools to do the right job, okay? And I've certainly seen that in the past few days, using the equipment that I have, using the gear that I have, the good gear that I have to achieve these window frames, do some beautiful work with that rosewood, and really show some workmanship, okay? And I think that is the key to it. It touches you there. Now, I'm not saying you need to have the biggest and best tools all the time or off the bat, but for apprentices out there, guys, buy yourself some good stuff from the start. Buy once and don't regret it, and most importantly, look after it. As you can see today, I was greasing stuff up. I had WD-40 out. I was respraying things because stuff got caught in the weather. I had to make sure it was clean, and that means that the longevity of things is going to be great. All right, especially that saw. That drop saw is the bomb. I am extremely impressed with that drop saw and what it achieved for me over the past few days. And yeah, guys, if you haven't got one, look into it. The little Makita 40 volt saw. There has issues with it. I have done a review on it. You'll check that out too. Otherwise, build on, legends. We'll chat again soon. Hey, thanks again for watching as always, and I appreciate any subscriptions or anything else you've got going on. I have turned on super thanks. Feel free to throw something in there for us. That'll be great. At the end of the day, I will be spending anything I make from super thanks back to you guys. Give out some vouchers, get some tools out so you can try them out, that sort of stuff. So I'm open to requests. Guys, take care. We'll chat again soon, eh? See ya.